All right, let's take you back to the story where we spoke about that despite dissolution of ASUU ranks, efforts are still ongoing to resolve the crisis in the education sector. And we also told you about the fact that two unions have been brought up by the federal government, where it was said to have registered two separate unions in terms of the National Association of Medical and Dental Academics and the Congress of Nigerian University Academics. So right now, we will be speaking with consultant chemical pathologist and metabolic physician, Dr. Abdulrahman Shehu, who joins me for more on this development. Thank you for joining us on TVC Midday News.
All right. Thank you for having me, and good afternoon to you here in the studio.
Right. Now,
Nigeria.
How does this decision by the federal government to recognize two other separate unions, besides ASUU, advance the interest of lecturers in the universities?
All right. I hope I got you clearly. How does the decision affect medical lecturers? Is that the question?
How does it advance the interests of medical lecturers?
All right. Thank you very much for having me. Good afternoon to Nigerians once again. This is a very, very beautiful development as far as medical education in Nigeria is concerned. And for us, it's an opportunity that has been long coming, and we are very grateful to the federal government to finally, taking the decision to give us this recognition. Like you will know, medical education has, like most other disciplines in the education sector, has both undergraduate and postgraduate components. And for particularly our undergraduate component of training, it is a very known fact to those of us medics, maybe not so known to the public, that the medical training calendar in the medical school is different, very different from the rest of the university community. Whereas the rest of the university community operates semester training system, for medical undergraduate training, it is not a semester system we operate. It's a 12-year calendar system. So once you enter the medical school, you continue to undergo postings from end to end. And so for us, this is one very unique peculiarity that needed to be filled out and pay proper attention to for the benefit of the training and production of medical doctors and even medical specialists for the benefit of the health of Nigeria. And so this, in no small measure, is going to advance, the medical lecturer career, because you now have a voice to speak to the peculiarities that affect your service as lecturers and the training of medical students who are, potential doctors as well. So I think it's a welcome development, and our members are very, very happy with this development.
Now, government has asked that the association assume duty as quickly as possible. How does the association intend to hit the ground running?
As a matter of fact, as we speak, some of our members in the country are already working. In the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital, our members are working. They recently conducted the examination for medical students. And so it is not a question of assuming duty, it's a question of continuing duty. Yes, it is given that some other medical schools are not working as we speak, but as time moves on, we believe that as the environment is made enabled for us to work, we believe that our members are going to swing into action and work. And I think it should be put in the proper perspective. This association is formed not as an antagonistic association to ASUU. It is an association that is formed on its merit, and we have been seeking this registration since many years ago, in 2017, as a matter of fact, when we made the first formal attempt, to do so, because over the years, many of the peculiarities that affect us as lecturers have really not been factored into negotiation when ASUU represents our members in interface with either the university or the federal government. And so for us, we have always had to come and fight from behind to make first as we understand this peculiarity, and then hoping that negotiations can be amended to suit these peculiarities. But moving forward, that is not going to be the case, and our members are seeing that light. And so for us, we are not averse to ASUU fighting for the welfare of members. It is given that every trade union should and must fight for the welfare of its members. But what we are not, in good tandem with is the incessant disruption of medical education and its attendant effect on the health service delivery to the public. And so this is one of the things that underscores the decision to pursue this cause. And fortunately and thankfully to God, we are here today. We have a registered trade union to advance this cause.
All right. And that will be a fine place to leave the conversation right now. We must thank you, National Welfare Officer, Consultant Chemical, NAMDA, Consultant Chemical Pathologist and Metabolic Physician, Dr. Abdulrahman Shehu, for your time on the news.